Peace. So I was reading Quran, and in Surah 39, I noticed that Allah gives us a real quick reasoning for why we should worship Him alone. And I mean, the Quran is filled with these logical arguments for why it's a no-brainer that you should worship Him alone. And this isn't the only time that He does this in the Quran. The problem is most people don't think. Most people don't use their reason. I want to go over just a couple of ayahs, three ayahs in Surah 39. And this is Allah laying out why His book is the only book to follow and why it doesn't make any sense at all to go to anyone else and try to get guidance. All right. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. In the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. The revelation of the writ is from God, the exalted in might, the wise. Okay, so first off, we know that this is about to be about the revelation of the writ, the book. Um, Al-Kitab. Again, I'm gonna tell people I don't like. I'm gonna highlight some Arabic words and whatnot. I don't know Arabic. I don't speak Arabic. I'm learning. Everybody, you should learn too. Why not? You know. But the stuff that you know is like obvious. A lot doesn't make it hard. So this is what we're talking about. Al-Kitab, the revelation of Al-Kitab, Tanzil, the sending down of the book. Okay, so we're talking about the sending down of the book. It's from God. That in itself should be big enough reason for you to say, okay, this book is worth following. Not just worth following, it's like, this should be the thing that I follow. It's from God. But then he describes himself, the exalted in might, the wise. So the one that sent down the book is the exalted in might. Al-Aziz. All right, so now you have even more of a reason that this book should be your top priority, because the most powerful in the universe, the one that there's no strength that could outstrength his strength. Period. He sent down the book. All right, so now what do you think? I should definitely read the book because I'm not trying to get hurt. I don't want to get beat up. I don't want to get hurt from the exalted in might, from the most powerful being there is. Like if there was a bully walking down the street, somebody that everybody was scared of, you would know what he wanted you to do so you didn't get beat up. So Allah starts off with this. The revelation of the book is from the person that could hurt you, or not the person, the one that could hurt you. So the obvious implication there is you should read the book. Like you should know what's in that book so he doesn't hurt you. You don't want to anger that one. But then he continues and says, the wise. So not only is he the most powerful, he's the wise. So he already knows. He knows everything. Like, if you want knowledge on something, if you want to know how to do something, if you want to know right from wrong, he's the wise. Who else are you going to go to? Who knows more than the wise? So obviously, he's giving you like two clear reasons right there out the gate. The book is sent down from God, the exalted in might. You should be scared of him. The wise, you should want to know what he's telling you because he's telling you wise stuff. That's the first ayah. Let's continue. We sent down to thee the writ with the truth. So serve thou God, sincere to him in doctrine. Okay. So he just gave you two clear reasons why you should, obvious reasons why you should follow the writ. If you just think about it, like, all right, he gave you the writ or the book. I'll show it to you guys again. If you see writ here, you can look it up, but that's Al-Kitab, the book, whatever you translate Al-Kitab as. So again, he's talking about he sent down the book. It's from the exalted in might, the wise. So you got two ways you can look at it. I'm going to follow him because I'm scared, or I'm going to follow him because he knows. Then he continues by saying, we sent down to the writ or the book, Al-Kitab, with the truth. So yeah, you should know that he's the mighty. You should be scared of him, and that's why you should do what he's saying. But he's not leaning on that. He's leaning on, he sent down the book, not in might. He sent down the book in truth. So serve thou God, sincere to him in doctrine. If you're going to serve God, that means you have to do what he says. This goes back to the revelation of the writ. It's from God. So what he wants you to do, the way that you serve him, he sent it down to you. So serve him, do what he says, sincere to him. So not like bouncing between, hey, I'm gonna look at his book and I'm gonna look at another book. I want a revelation from somewhere else. He continues, does not the sincere doctrine belong to God? So at this point, obviously, does not doing what God says alone, like, isn't that obvious? Does not the sincere doctrine belong to God? Well, he just told you the obvious reasons why you should do what he says, why you should serve him. Because he's the exalted in might. He could hurt you, but he didn't lean on that. He knows. Whatever you want to, like, whatever you need, he knows. He's the wise. So why would you serve someone else? Why would you go to another book? Isn't it obvious that to him is owed the sincere doctrine? And those who take allies besides him, we only serve them that they might bring us near to God in proximity. God will judge between them concerning wherein they differ. God guides not him who is a liar and an ingrate. And those who take allies besides God. What else could that mean other than those who go to another revelation besides what God has sent down? Whatever that revelation is. And Allah backs it up. Allah backs it up. He just continues going with saying what these people say. People will make any excuse to do something else other than what Allah says. any excuse. And the thing that they go to, other than what Allah says, their reasoning for going to it is so that they'll so that they can understand what Allah wants. So I can get closer to God. God will judge between them concerning that wherein they differ. Those people that are going to somewhere else, God will judge them. But God guides not him who is a liar and an ingrate. But God doesn't guide the liars. He's told us who the liars are before. Like if you're up to 39, up to Surah 39 already, he doesn't have to describe or redefine who the liars are. But you should go back and look and see how he defines who the liars are and how he defines who the ingrates are, who the ungrateful are. Because God does not guide them. These three quick ayahs, it's like Allah, it continues. Like you could keep reading in this surah and just reading and thinking along the lines of what he's saying. The revelation of the book is from him, the exalted in might, the wise. So you should do what he says because he could punish you and he knows what's going on. So do what he says. But he sent down the book with the truth, with like all the stuff that you know. He's the wise, remember? So shouldn't you go to him alone? Who else knows more than him that you're going to go to? Who else is the wiser? Who else is the exalted in might tier that you would go to? That would give you a book. That would tell you what to do. That's going to bring you closer to God. Who's going to do that? So if you could find lies for whatever reason, you should go to some other book. If you could be ungrateful that Allah would give you this book, the wise would give you a book, and you would be so ungrateful to not use it to go to something else, well then God doesn't guide you. But hey, don't listen to me. Read the book. It's a straight path. Allah to you. Peace.